Every time I watch Forrest Gump, I have the same question. Can someone really be that lucky in life? Being somewhat lacking in intellectual abilities, the main character of the film becomes successful and famous in every field he touches. Yet, he isn't even able to recognize his own luck. He doesn't notice the fame or wealth that comes his way. Whatever Forrest takes on, he succeeds at in a big way. It might seem like fate favors him, but that's not the case. Forrest just doesn't have any breaks. And that's the idea the movie is trying to convey to us. Most stories share an unspoken rule. The main character must face challenges that they have to overcome with great difficulty. Without such challenges, a movie would be boring. Who would want to watch Andy Dufresne escape from prison in his first week? Or Frodo take the ring to Mount Doom riding an eagle? It's a good rule, and it works. Conflict drives the story and makes us empathize with the hero. However, Forrest Gump is built completely differently. Forrest seems to need no effort at all to achieve results. He graduated from a prestigious college, became a war hero, won a ping pong tournament, founded a multi-million-dollar corporation, ran across America several times, and met 3 presidents. This is probably the only movie where the hero doesn't have a specific goal, and from time to time he just does one thing or another. He's like a feather drifting in the wind. He doesn't make decisions about his fate. Every time decisions are made for him. You want to go to Vietnam? Why not? Buy a boat and start a shrimp business? Great idea. In every story, Forrest comes out on top. He tells random strangers about his life, and no one believes him. It's hard to believe that someone could be that talented. On the first watch, it might seem like it's done for comedic effect. He taught Elvis how to dance and gave John Lennon the idea for the song Imagine.
No possessions? No religion too?
A person born with a mild intellectual disability does what would take an ordinary person immense effort. However, that's only half the truth. The film tells us that just like Forrest, we can achieve the same results in any area if we fully commit to it. Forrest has qualities that are the foundation, or the key, to success. First and foremost, it's his focus on the process, not the end result. When dreaming of fame and wealth, it's hard to pay enough attention to everyday reality. Even if the task is boring and repetitive, Forrest is able to focus on it and maintain that focus for a long time. This is the quality you need if you want to achieve success and mastery in any activity. Success is not something singular and abstract. It's a combination of monotonous, routine, and boring tasks. Forrest has a huge advantage. His low intelligence, which prevents him from getting bored and questioning the meaning of repeating actions. He simply enjoys doing them, and that leads to mastery. There's a theory that success doesn't happen instantly. It comes only after 2 years of practice, no matter what field we're in, or that we'll be good at what we do only after 10,000 hours of training. It's nice to dream about that. You can learn to play the guitar in 100 hours, but you'll only truly master it after 10,000. The only problem is that this statistic is too dry, and it can only be applied to a large group of people. It doesn't reflect our own ambitions. Success can come much faster if you enjoy the process. Concepts like luck or fortune don't really exist. Forrest became successful in football not because of luck, but because he loved running. He spent his whole childhood running from bullies. He got good at what he did every day. Many people are afraid to start their own business because they think they're worthless or not talented enough. Forrest Gump shows that a person can achieve anything no matter what they're naturally inclined toward. Even if you don't stand out among others, you can be the best at whatever you choose to do. It sounds like a slogan from a motivational ad, but it's true. There are no worthless people, only laziness and lack of self-belief. Probably each of us has faced a problem that seems unsolvable, and we thought, this is the area I don't understand, and it will never be within my reach. Countless people claim they have no talent for math. Their excuse sounds like this: I have a humanities mindset, I can memorize large amounts of information, but solving problems is just not my thing. This statement is wrong. Anyone can learn math and do it quickly if they believe in themselves. All you need to do is get rid of what's holding you back. Other people who are good at math, for example, may not be able to dance, and for various reasons they believe they'll never be good at it. This comes from a fear of criticism. What's strange is that no one expects you to be good at it right from the start. Forrest Gump teaches us about the uselessness of shame and insecurity. Every time he appears in public, he acts like a complete fool. And most importantly, no one laughs at him. He showed his bare bottom to President Johnson, said he wanted to Pippi Kennedy, and gave a speech into a turned-off microphone in front of a massive crowd. The fear of criticism is completely useless. Success is impossible without getting rid of that feeling. Criticism, on the other hand, is essential. Only with it can you improve yourself and do the things you love better. Who, if not other people, can tell us all the things we're doing wrong right now? To start doing what you love, you don't need much, just the desire and effective time management. As we know, Forrest's adult life took place in the 60s and 70s. Back then, televisions weren't as popular and they didn't fit in the palm of your hand. The internet was still just in the form of local networks at the biggest companies. So he had a lot of free time and he spent it solely on what he wanted to do. In the army, Forrest started practicing table tennis. He devoted all his days to it and ended up going to China, and he won the international championship there. All he did to achieve victory was eat, sleep, and play table tennis. When no one wanted to play with him, he played by himself. This is a perfect example of how to spend time wisely. It's strongly not recommended if you don't want to become a recluse. Working on a shrimp boat and pulling up shells and trash from the nets every time, he doesn't get discouraged and just keeps going out to sea, searching for a spot with a good catch. That's exactly what happens. He turns his small business into a little empire. Later, under his command, there are already 12 boats. He didn't know how to catch shrimp. He only knew about them from his late friend, to whom he had promised to help after the war. And he started the business without overthinking or looking back. Sometimes people would look at his actions and ask, "Are you stupid?" To which he would always reply, "Stupid is as stupid does." This is something we can all learn from. What matters to him is what he does. He puts his vision above the opinions of people who think differently. Every person shapes their own destiny, and no one can tell him what to do or when to do it. The theme of fate is clearly present in this. It is embodied in Forrest's mother, Lieutenant Dan, Jenny, and Bubba.
You listen to me. We all have a destiny. Nothing just happens. It's all part of a plan.
Most of us, just like the people close to Forrest, have a certain idea of what life should be like. The characters in the film know exactly what they want. They have goals and ambitions.
I want to be famous. I want to be a singer like Joan Baez.
I'm going into the shrimping business for myself after I get out the army.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Not to me. I had a destiny.
But Forrest doesn't waste time talking about how things should be. He's one of those simple and open-hearted people who constantly feel the miracle of life touching them.
Now, my mom always told me that miracles happen every day. Some people don't think so, but they do.
He can see opportunities in the most unexpected yet obvious places. The irony is that while Forrest's more goal-driven friends hesitate, he gradually fulfills all their dreams. He becomes a war hero, which is what Lieutenant Dan wanted.
They gave you the Congressional Medal of Honor.
He fulfills Jenny's dream of becoming famous, and he starts an incredibly successful shrimp business, which was Bubba's dream.
Bubba Gump Shrimp. It's a household name.
Here we see a clash of two philosophies, two views on life. The first is that destiny has everything planned for us, and we are unable to change it significantly. The second is that we create our own destiny. Standing over Jenny's grave, Forrest comes to the realization that his loved ones are right. Some events are inevitable and destined, some are pure chance, but we can react to what's happening around us in different ways and respond to events in our own way.
Each have a destiny, or if we're all just floating around accidental like on a breeze, but I think maybe it's both.
This is embodied in the central symbol of the story, the feather, which opens and closes the film. It's the first and last thing we see on screen. Tom Hanks described it in an interview this way: "Our destiny is determined only by how we handle the elements of chance in our lives." The feather reflects this idea, as it could land anywhere, but it lands by Forrest, and Forrest picks it up, as if grabbing onto the chances and opportunities that life offers him. Forrest's mom used to say that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and as we can see, Forrest didn't get the best piece of candy from the box, but he makes up for it with perseverance and his incredible gift, seeing the miracles that happen every day. Forrest Gump shows us how important it is to make the most of what is given to us.
You do your very best now, Forrest. I sure will, Mama.
That's exactly what Forrest does. The movie Forrest Gump feels so rich with ideas that you could write a guide on how to achieve success based on it. It tells the story of a man who achieved everything but didn't lose himself in the process. It shows that nothing in the world is impossible if you have the desire and will to change your life. Within each of us lies a person capable of anything. You just need to unleash that part of yourself.